The 10 best true crime shows on Netflix. Are you a huge fan of true crime and a proud owner of a Netflix subscription? Or even a proud owner of a friend's password? Don't worry, we won't tell anyone. We'll just give you some recommendations on great shows, movies, and documentaries. Welcome is Toporo. Toporo is where we count down the best and leave out the rest. Today, we'll look at the 10 best true crime shows streaming on Netflix right now. Let's get started. Number 10. Worst Roommate Ever. Kicking off our list in the number 10 spot is Worst Roommate Ever from 2022. This is a series that covers stories about roommates who quickly become victims at the hands of their other roommates. It focuses around a story of a man finding his way into someone's house and using his general sneaky and snarky demeanor in combination with his legal awareness to kick the owner out of her own home. Number 9. The Real Bling Ring, Hollywood Heist, 2022. Next up on our list at number 9, we have The Real Bling Ring, Hollywood Heist from 2022. If you're a fan of docuseries that feature some of the perpetrators themselves, you're going to absolutely love this one. Back in 2009, a group of Los Angeles teenagers were arrested for a string of robberies in luxurious Hollywood homes of the rich and famous, and 2 of them are here to tell you just how it all went down. Number 8, The Devil Next Door, 2019. Coming in at number 8 on the list is The Devil Next Door from 2019. This is one of the many true crime documentaries that will have you questioning almost everything you know about their past. It all begins when a seemingly innocent grandfather in Cleveland, Ohio, is recognized to potentially be Ivan the Terrible, an infamous and evil Nazi death camp guard. Throughout the docuseries, we're taken on a journey that shows just how clearly the past reveals its ugly face in the present. Number 7. Killer Inside, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez, 2020. Sitting at number 7 on the list is Killer Inside, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez from 2020. A lot of people are aware of Aaron Hernandez's story, a man who went from famous to infamous, NFL player to convicted killer. Aaron was quickly let go from the Patriots when he was charged with the first-degree murder of Odin Lloyd. We get a closer look at what kind of person he was behind the scenes through the eyes of his co-workers, friends, and peers, as well as how the case affected those around him, all being unaware of his shady double life. Number 6. The Keepers. Coming in at number 6 on the list is The Keepers from 2017. This docuseries tells the story of Kathy Snick, a high school teacher and Catholic nun, loved by her students and members of the church alike. In Baltimore in 1969, she disappeared, though her body wasn't found until 2 months later, and her killers are yet to be identified. The gruesome mystery surrounding this situation is one of the driving factors of this story, and that has a sad and yet interesting middle, but of course without the name of the perpetrator, an even sadder and unsatisfying ending. Enjoying the video so far? We thank you for watching, and ask that you leave a like and subscribe so that we can keep bringing you these types of videos. Alright, let's get back to the list. Number 5. Don't F with Cats, 2019. Number 5 on today's list is Don't F with Cats from 2019. This is arguably one of the most famous docuseries on this list, hence its placement in the middle. As the name implies, someone messed with a cat, and the internet is not happy about it. Messed with is a bit of an understatement though, as this revolves around Luca Magnotta, the infamous criminal who shared a video online of him murdering 2 kittens with a vacuum cleaner. A group of amateur sleuths take on the case, trying to locate and prosecute this man, and for good reason. Not only is this graphic and obscene treatment of animals a problem in and of itself, it is one of the number 1 behavioral signs of a serial killer in training. Number 4. Murder Among the Mormons. Coming in at number 4 is Murder Among the Mormons from 2021. As the name implies, this is a religious drama and crime documentary looking into the case of the 3 mysterious pipe bomb killings in Utah back in 1985, which resulted in the deaths of 2 members of the Latter-day Saints community. This documentary is consistently praised by critics and true crime fans alike, with some articles even citing it as one of the few series to still get true crime fans on the edge of their seat in this age of desensitization. This docuseries takes a look at a crime from the perspective most of us are used to, as well as from the perspective of the religious community and how it affected them in ways outsiders couldn't understand. Number 3. Nightstalker, The Hunt for a Serial Killer, 2021. Kicking off the top 3 section of today's list is Nightstalker, The Hunt for a Serial Killer from 2021. This show follows Gil Carillo and Frank Salerno, a detective and a homicide investigator, both renowned for their skills. In this series, we see the pair anxiously search Los Angeles in 1985 to stop the mysterious man who committed a string of murders at nighttime, a string of crimes that local police stations hadn't even figured out were connected. If you're looking for a crime series that will have you anxious and flinching the whole time you're watching it, especially at night, this is the one for you. Number 2. Most Hated Man on the Internet, 2022. Coming in second place is Most Hated Man on the Internet from 2022. An extremely modern true crime story, Most Hated Man on the Internet covers Hunter Moore, the creator of the website Anyone Up, and the man who has come to be known as the king of revenge porn. Revenge porn is a very serious topic, as it's a crime that invades someone else's privacy and potentially costs them their relationships, jobs, and sometimes even lives. Hunter Moore didn't simply put an ex-girlfriend on display, an act that would be heinous on its own. Instead, he built a whole empire on this practice, and even hosted a website to make it easier for other nefarious individuals to do the same. Number 1. Conversations with a Killer, the Jeffrey Dahmer Tapes, 2022. Finishing off our list in the number 1 spot is Conversations with a Killer, the Jeffrey Dahmer Tapes from 2022. While there are, of course, fictional shows based on Jeffrey Dahmer taking over streaming services out there, this is a documentary series gearing more toward the true crime fans. This is a documentary that covers the mind of Jeffrey Dahmer, the terrifying interviews, the overall sinister demeanor he carries with him, and so on. It's interesting in a very morbid way to get such a personal look at the personality and identity of one of the most gruesome killers in our recent history, and it will definitely have you walking down the other side of the street when you see strangers. That brings us to the end of today's list. Were there any shows we recommended that you're planning to check out? Or even shows we didn't cover but you want to share with everyone? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're down there, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and get notified for more. Thanks for watching. This is Toporo, and we're out.